Hello everybody and welcome back to Ben Parks, the Extra Mile. A bit of a more niche product today we're having a chat about because winter is coming if you're in the Northern Hemisphere right now. So we've got in the Nike Pegasus Shield, this weatherized winter running shoe to hopefully make that winter running a little bit more bearable. The Nike Pegasus is probably the best-selling running shoe of all time, now in its 40th iteration. And this version that Nike have released is actually version 39, basically dressed up in a nice waterproof jacket to keep your feet nice and dry, and then some really nice insulation on the inside to keep them warm as well. So how does it hold up in all of the wet weather? Is it worth your hard-earned cash? And will it keep my feet and your feet dry and warm as we go through the winter? Well, we're going to answer those questions. Right, let's get stuck into the facts and figures. The purpose of a shoe like this, exactly the same as the regular Nike Pegasus. A great, fantastic daily trainer option at reasonably good value. So 5K, 10K, half marathon, marathons, speed work, easy runs, recovery runs. It's going to do all of those things pretty well. The difference with this one is designed to do those in bad weather with some really good grip on the bottom. And as we said, a waterproof coating and the extra bit of material inside to keep your feet warm. This shoe set me back £135. I bought this 100% with my own money off the Nike website here in the UK. Quite a significant price increase from the previous model, which we think was around about £115. So now it's jumped up by £20 more expensive. We don't know why, but Nike are just charging that much more. So a bit of a thumbs down for such a big price hike like that. The stack height of the shoe, around about 30mm at the back and giving around about a 10mm drop overall. Very, very similar to the regular Nike Pegasus. For me, this is coming in at 349 grams. So a little bit on the heavy side, but not too bad. It's a neutral shoe, and the upper of the shoe is this knit material for warmth, and then we've got this water repellent finish. Now, it's not the super fancy Gore-Tex material, it's just this water repellent finish they're adding to the upper here. And then finally, a nice gusset tongue that really does stay in place quite nice. The midsole of the shoe is the standard Nike React foam with the 2 AirPods up front. There's no carbon plate in this shoe, and this outsole is fantastic. We'll come on to the likes in a minute, but it's this Nike's Storm Tread outsole. It's coat with everything I've thrown at it so far. There's 3 different colours at the moment on the Nike UK website. This is my favourite. Let me know what you think of the various colours out there. And it was true to size for me. Right, let's go second to my likes. Now, the first like of this shoe, as I've alluded to, is the grip is absolutely fantastic. Now, that shouldn't be a big surprise. This shoe is all about winter running. They've delivered a fantastic option here, and it's really nice. Definitely one of the best shoes I've run in. We've run on some wet leaves, we've run on some trails, we've run on wet, damp tarmac, and I just have not slipped once. It's been absolutely fantastic. If you're a fan of park run, something like this through the winter will be really, really good. If you're going across lots of different surfaces, the grip on the bottom of the shoe, just fantastic. Yes, it's not an all-out trail shoe. It's not designed to be running up and down winter mountains and things like that. But for wet, slippery, damp, autumn leaves and winter wet, horrible roads, this has just been absolutely fantastic with the grip. Massive thumbs up for this Storm Tread outsole that Nike put on here. My second like is it really did keep my feet dry and warm. I've had a massive puddle, going to see how waterproof these shoes are. So I'm doing a little dance through the puddle and we'll check my socks after. Right, let's take the shoes off and see what they're like. Lots of water coming off the outside.
Oh, gross.
Apart from lots of hairs from my cat, that is completely bone dry. Amazing. I've never really used a shoe like that. Obviously, it's only going to keep your feet dry to a certain point. If you go too deep, of course, water's going to get in. But just splashing around in the sort of puddles, running through puddles, my feet did not get wet at all. And I was really quite surprised. As someone that does a lot of winter running, my training does not stop going through the winter. I'm always getting soaking wet feet and then they get cold. But this really didn't happen in this. The knit material inside really did keep my feet nice and warm as well. All the footage you're seeing was shot in about 5 or 6 Celsius at the moment. And my feet were very, very happy, very snug, very warm. Even just standing around as we're filming some other shots, my feet stayed nice and warm throughout. It really did what it's supposed to do. My third like, and I don't mean this to sound surprising, is it's a Pegasus shoe. It performs and it feels exactly the same as a regular Pegasus shoe. We'll come on to a dislike in a minute about this upper. That does take a little bit of getting used to, but once you've broken that in, then it would be really hard to tell the difference in how it feels, except it's gripping really well, it's keeping your feet nice and warm, it's keeping them dry, and you can do all of your regular running, your speed, your races, and all of that sort of stuff that you do in your regular pair of Nike Pegasus, exactly the same as you would in here. So yes, you are buying a slightly different shoe, but you're not sacrificing any of the performance that you would be getting from the regular Nike Pegasus. And my final like for this shoe, as I think it's a really good looking option, and I'm definitely going to be keeping hold of this shoe for a little bit of winter running, and also just casually as well. If you're going out around the shops or doing some Christmas shopping, it's damp and it's miserable, it's a really great option just to throw on with a pair of jeans, and you're going to look pretty good out there. They're going to keep your feet nice and dry, don't worry about walking in some puddles, and nice and warm as well. It's just a great option, maybe doing some winter work in the garden, whatever you do, outside sort of work, really nice option for that sort of thing. Right, let's have a chat about the negatives. We've got a few to get through here. Now, when I first got this shoe, I was walking up and down around the flat outside, and it's got this really annoying sort of popping, clicking noise. It's just basically, I don't know if you can hear that here. We'll insert some better footage of that because it does go away in time, but it's just this sort of water repellent material. It just needs a time to loosen up a little bit. When you first get the shoe, you think this isn't quite right, it's going to be quite annoying, but it went away after a couple of runs and it was absolutely fine. Just takes a while for the material just to give a little bit and just add a little bit of more flexibility in there. The second dislike, yeah, that big price rise from Nike. No doubt there'll be some good offers on the shoe for around about £100 anyway, but yeah, just no one likes a big price rise like that. It's just not sure exactly quite why that is so justified. And my third dislike, yeah, it's just a little bit niche. There were some people reviewing the shoe that were running in very hot conditions. I was like, why are you doing that? If the temperature gets up to over about 10 degrees, your feet are really going to overheat in this. So it really is one for those dark, cold winter nights, just to keep your feet nice and snug and nice and dry, and it'll be absolutely fine. So in conclusion, am I keeping the shoe? Do I recommend you get it? Is it going into my rotation? Yeah, I'm definitely going to keep it. I've really enjoyed it. It's going to go into my casual rotation and also my running rotation. Probably going to be using it for like some second runs of the day if the weather's getting really bad. I haven't used it in any sort of icy conditions yet. When it gets icy, no shoe's going to be great. You need to put some studs in the bottom of your shoes. But just as the weather turns, as winter comes in, it's definitely something I'm going to go for just to keep my feet warm more than anything. I'm one that suffers with really cold hands and cold feet all the time. Yes, it's definitely a very niche product. You're only going to be able to use this in the winter. You're going to want some other shoes in your rotation as well. If you are going to be doing some running in dry conditions, you probably don't want to be taking this out. You want something that's a little bit more poppy, but it's a great option to go out when the weather is not too good and save your all-out fancy shoes for those nice dry conditions. So I hope you found this video useful, guys. Let me know your thoughts on the Nike Pegasus Shield. It'd be great to catch up down in the comments. And I'm off to do some more training and have my dinner, which we're just cooking behind us now. So keep on working hard, guys. Keep on getting it done. We'll see you very soon in the next one.